All right, guys, welcome back. Ricky here with Apple Valley Farm. Thanks for coming back for part 2 of our utility table build. Today we're going to get into pocket holes. We're going to get into drilling pocket holes. This is my favorite part of probably the whole process, but I can't wait to show you how we drill pocket holes. And we're going to be using the Kreg K5 jig, which is probably the favorite tool that I own. So this is a great day for me, and I can't wait to share this with y'all. So let's get right into it and see how this is done.
Okay, so now we want to start taking these and we want to put these together. The first thing I want to do is I need to start drilling. That's what these little lines are, is pocket hole indicators. So I need to start drilling some pocket holes in the ends of all 16 of these pieces that we just cut. So let's get out the Kreg K5 and let's start drilling some pocket holes.
All right, so we're about to get started with our pocket hole process. It's actually a pretty easy process, and Kreg, K-R-E-G, Kreg is like the master of pocket hole stuff. So they've got a system called the K5 system, and the K5 system is just a jig with all the screws and bits and stuff, everything that you need to drill pocket holes, like super duper easy. So anyway, let me just show you real quick. So to drill the pocket holes, you need a jig of some sort, and Kreg makes all kinds of different levels. This is kind of about the mid-level right here. So this is the K5. The K5. Anyway, it's really cool. You put your piece of wood in here, clamp it down, you drill right there. Perfect hole, perfect angle, perfect depth. It's perfect. Anyway, this is the jig. You don't need 2 drills, but I use 2 drills. I use one drill. This is my Ryobi cordless drill. I use this to drill the holes. Then, because I need a little extra torque sometimes when you're wrenching the screws down in there, I use a corded drill. Not that the cordless drill doesn't have torque, but I think the corded drill is just a little more, it's just a little more meaty. To me it is. Anyway, so I've got a Ryobi corded drill, and so this has got the bit, it's got, what is it? Is it a T20 square bit on here? I think it's a 20. So anyway, it's a square bit, and it's long. It comes as a part of the system. This is all Kreg stuff. So I'll put my piece in there. I'll drill the hole. Then I'll put the special Kreg screw in there, drill it in, and this thing will come out. Ooh, it'll be so, it's not going anywhere. And then, just in case you're wondering, I house all my stuff, all my Kreg stuff, in this little system organizer that they sent us. Really, really helpful. And because I don't know if you're like me, this stuff can get scattered, and there's a lot of little pieces involved in the Kreg system, and it's really easy to just lay something down and then forget where you put it. I spend most of my day looking for my tape measure and my pencil, but my Kreg stuff, I don't. It's all here in a little system organizer, and in here it's really neat. Look at, there's a place for everything in here. I mean, there's even places for stuff that maybe you want to own, stuff that you don't even have yet. But there's a place for everything in here, and this is a real inexpensive way to keep everything organized. I can't talk today. Okay. It's a really inexpensive way to keep everything organized. So, with all that in mind, now let's drill some pocket holes.
Okay, so before we get started, there are a couple of things I want to bring to your attention. So you'll notice here I've added these extensions. These are called wings. Now, if you had a long workpiece, that needed some support so it wouldn't wobble, so it would stay square to the holes, then you put these wings on there and that will just help keep it all in line. And it's kind of cool, there's some little storage up under here too. But I use the wings so I could have something to clamp to, and I just used a couple of small bar clamps here. So I attached the wings, clamped onto the wings. Now this is secure. You could secure this permanently to your workbench if you had a dedicated space. I don't, so I keep it mobile. So anyway, so these are there, and then this is all attached to the workbench. Okay, now this is the drill guide. And what I need to do is I need to pull this pin and I need to move this up until it reaches the board thickness of the material that I'm going to be drilling into. Now since it's going to be a 2x4, then I know it's going to be 1.5 inches. And I'm going to move the 1.5 inches there, and it locks right into place. Okay, one more thing. I want to introduce you to the stop collar setting block. That's a mouthful, I know, but I'm going to show you exactly what it does. This helps us determine where the stop collar needs to go on our drill bit. Don't know what a stop collar is? There you go. This is a stop collar. It fits onto any drill bit shaft, or actually onto this drill bit shaft. And when you drill into a piece of material, this bumps up against the work surface and it won't let the drill bit go any deeper. So it stops it. That's why it's called a stop collar. And so we need to know exactly where this needs to be for a 1.5 inch piece of material using a 2.5 inch screw. And it's a 2.5 inch screw. There we go. Because I know Kreg tells me we need a 2.5 inch screw for a 1.5 inch piece of material. So I'm going to set this down here, run this down until this shoulder right there bumps up flush in that hole. Now I already had it set accordingly because I was doing some 2x4s earlier. But if it wasn't, I'd get my hex wrench, loosen this, I'd move it to where it needs to be, let it drop in there, tighten it down, and she's ready to go. And we are ready to go. Here we go. Okay, well, okay, I've drilled half my pocket holes in 8 of the short 29 inch pieces. Now these things, since I'm in here with the ceiling that's only just above me, this is almost 8 feet long, and my workbench is 3 feet off the ground, so this isn't going to work. So what are you going to do? I could slide everything 10 feet out into the open. I could do that, but I don't really want to do that. Luckily, Kreg has a solution. Alright, we also have the Kreg R3, and this is just a small, more mobile version of the K5. This is really what we've already been doing, but we're just going to do it in, we're just going to twist it just a little bit. So,
Anyway, I'm going to open this up just for example's sake, but I've already taken a lot of stuff out of here. This comes with also the drill bit, the long T20 driver bit, the hex wrench, and then it also comes with this little deal right here. Okay, I'm going to take this off right here because I don't use this much. This is a rest for the clamp. Okay, I'm not going to use this right now. So this though does the same thing as the K5 jig. You can just put it wherever you want to put it, and with us having an almost 8-foot long piece, we can just lay it down on its side and then lay this on it, clamp it in place, and then we can drill right into here. We just need to set it up just like we set up the K5 jig, or similar to that, and we'll be drilling holes, zip, 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 be drilling holes in no time. Easy, huh? Here we go.
Okay, so I'm ready to go. This is how the angle of the bit's going to go in. I've set my gauge right here to 1.5 inches. There's a little ridge, there's a little ridge right here. So this sits right up against that. I'm going to take this special Kreg clamp right here, and it's made specifically for this job. Going to hold this lightly back up here like this, clamp, and bam, now we're ready to drill. Undo it, and just like that, we've got 2 more perfectly drilled pocket holes. Awesome. Now we're ready to go. We need to do this 8, 15, 30 more times, and we're in. Here we go.